Charlie Kirk was subscribed to my spicy site.
Another day, another lie going viral on the internet faster than anybody cares to correct it. Guys, like I mentioned, we got to talk about fake news and about stuff that is just being uncritically circulated by people with an axe to grind, even though it may well mean maligning a dead man for no reason, causing unnecessary pain and suffering to his family. And of course, I'm referring to Charlie Kirk, the late conservative activist who was killed in September, who of course was a lightning rod, and his opinions were controversial, sure, but there's a unique hatred that's festering online towards him still. And we already covered the outright support from some quarters for his brutal assassination, yet now something different is happening, but it's still disturbing. It's different, but it's a different type of sick. People are now spreading total lies and made up nonsense about him to attempt to embarrass him or disgrace his legacy, and it's getting millions and millions of views online from people just eating it up. The short version is that a transgender OnlyFans star went public with allegations that Charlie Kirk was subscribed to her OnlyFans account, which is like a pay-per-view subscription pornography account, using his full real name, and actually sent her tens of thousands of dollars. And she posted one receipt. Now, she's since made her videos private and privated many of her social media accounts. However, others took her claim and ran with it, and it's now blowing up on TikTok. First, here's this original video, and be sure to watch this with your critical thinking hats on, because a couple massive red flags about the veracity of this claim should pop out to you from the get-go. Let's watch.
Charlie Kirk was subscribed to my spicy site. I know this may come as a shock to most of you because he was so adamant at speaking out against my community, but
or because it's not
it
true.
was right to bring this to the surface so everyone can see how Republican men are secretly in love with the dolls. Alright, here is a photo from my spicy site of the legal name taken from the credit card used to subscribe and how much money he spent on me. So let that sink in, folks. I don't care how many cease and desist emails his team tries to send me, and I don't care how much hush money they try to give me. The truth is out, babe, and it hurts.
Is the truth in the room with us? Because you said a lot of things, just none of them happen to be true or established fact, and some of it is objectively not true. For example, claiming that that name in the receipt that this influencer provided proves that it's Charlie Kirk because it comes from his credit card. It does not come from his credit card. OnlyFans does not give creators access to that information. It's just a blank display name that anyone can put anything they want. So that could be anyone who's changed their name to that. It could even just be an edited screenshot. And when fact checkers looked into this, they found that there was nothing there, as we will go through, and that this wasn't in fact proof. Also, I love how she says she got all these cease and desist emails, but didn't show any of them. I don't know, maybe they sent her some, could be true, but you'd think she would show receipts of that. And this just doesn't pass the sniff test. Even if it's true that some Republican men who are very anti-gay or very outspoken against trans people might be on the DL, might be low-key interested in that kind of thing, Charlie Kirk, whatever you think of him, wasn't a stupid man. And the idea that he would, with his first, middle, and last name attached, subscribe to a trans woman's OnlyFans and send her $30,000 worth of direct paid messages is just so obviously stupid and so clearly something you would never do as a public figure who you know you're under intense scrutiny and you know most of the trans community doesn't like you and would expose you, that I'm not going to say it's impossible, because people sometimes do incredibly stupid things, but it is so jaw-droppingly ridiculous an assertion that it should not be believed or taken at face value absent extraordinary evidence. And instead, we don't have evidence at all, as you will come to see. But that doesn't stop influencers who hate Charlie Kirk and want to dance on his grave from just spreading it like wildfire. Here is one man's video, one left-wing guy who shared this breaking news, basically saying that it's true, although he basically just parrots it as fact, even though it's really not. And he got millions of views across multiple videos where he just parroted this smear. Charlie's family, kids, be damned. Ha ha ha, let's lie about my political opponents and mock them while they're in the grave. Oh yeah, great stuff. Let's watch.
Charlie Kirk spent $30,000 with a trans woman on an OF site. And now those reports are blowing up all over TikTok as the influencer has come out and accused Charlie Kirk of spending 30 grand on her site. And the last activity on the site was on September 10th, which is obviously the day he passed away. This is incredible. I am former MLB agent Joshua Kuznick. It's not incredible that he passed away. That sucks. I wish he was still here to answer for this. The assassination was one of the worst things to happen for American discourse and obviously to his family. I wish he was here to answer for all of this, like every evangelical who is hateful and bigoted towards that community and then gets outed as a consumer of that community. This does not come as a shock to anyone that has paid close attention to like the relationship between Candace Owens, Erica Kirk, and Charlie Kirk. But do I believe this story from this influencer? 100%.
Well, he seems lovely and totally like a very legitimate source of information that millions of people should be trusting. God, the worst thing Trump, set aside your thoughts on the law itself, which I did not support, but the worst thing Trump did for political discourse was save TikTok, honestly, low-key. But this guy, it's kind of nauseating, actually, to hear him pretend to care about Charlie Kirk's family. Be like, oh, it's sad that he got shot for his family, in the same breath as he is for money or for publicity, spreading defamatory gossip about this dead man who, of course, if he actually was subscribed to an OnlyFans, which we have no reason to believe that's true, but if it was true, then he would be, of course, deeply hypocritical, breaking his commitments to his marriage, his statements about pornography, and not even getting into the whole transgender aspect of it. So what you are doing is you're making very serious allegations, calling into question the personal character of this dead man based on nothing, based on a fleeting allegation that she quickly privated because she's probably going to get sued, I would imagine. And if not, she's at least worried about it. And you're just running with it as fact, and you don't give a damn about the consequences or even looking into it for 2 seconds before spreading this information. Because if you did, you'd realize that it doesn't actually even make sense at face value. So Snopes fact-checked this. And guys, Snopes is a liberal-leaning fact-checker. They would love to find dirt on Charlie Kirk if they could, but even they had to admit there's no here at all. So Snopes' headline reads, "The rumor that Charlie Kirk subscribed to a trans influencer's OnlyFans lacks evidence. The rumor relied on an unverified screenshot that did not prove the slain conservative activist was the user behind the account. In short," Snopes finds, "there was no verifiable evidence Kirk subscribed to the OnlyFans creator or that he sent her $30,000. The screenshot at the center of the claim showed only a display name, which subscribers can freely choose and change at any time, not an official or verified name. Because of this, the circulating image does not establish the account belonged to Kirk." So this woman who said that, in the original video, either lied or doesn't even know how her own business works, because she said it was the name taken from the credit card. It's not. OnlyFans has the credit card information, but they do not give it to the creators. And then Snopes asked her for more proof, for more verification, and she ghosted them. Shocker. So they write, "We contacted the user who first made the allegation and asked whether she could provide any verifiable evidence to substantiate her claim. We requested an unedited screen recording of her OnlyFans dashboard showing the alleged subscriber, along with any metadata, payment confirmations, or communication logs that could link the account to Kirk. We also reached out to OnlyFans seeking additional information. We will update this article if we receive a response." And they didn't. They did not, in fact, receive a response. It's almost like if she really had $30,000 worth of private messages, she could have shown some of them to prove that it was Charlie Kirk messaging back and forth with her. but she didn't. She really had credit card receipts, which OnlyFans does not give creators. Then she could show them, but she doesn't have anything, and it's just gossip and lies. Now, there's another element to this as well. Somebody tried to verify this in a kind of creative way. So what they did is this person on Twitter is named Jason Sawyer, and he writes, to check if the account was legit, I registered in OnlyFans under OwnTheLibs 1776. Now that's the username that this supposed screenshot of Charlie Kirk used. Jason writes, it went through instantly, proving the story false. OF doesn't allow duplicate usernames, so the handle couldn't have belonged to anyone else. So what he is saying is that he went and made an OnlyFans account with the username that this person says Charlie was messaging them under, and it let them, meaning no account exists. So unless the account was deleted in the last few days or something, then the account didn't exist at the time, and it's a fake screenshot, or somebody just edited the screenshot to say a username that it didn't actually say. And that's my suspicion here. My suspicion here is that what we have is an OnlyFans marketing gimmick gone wrong. This OnlyFans creator did what they all do, because it's such a destructive incentive structure where all these creators have to try to compete with each other to get noticed and get more subscribers. And she made this up, think it would be funny and it might go viral and it might get her more OF subs, then panicked that she's going to get sued, privated her accounts, but other people keep running with it and spreading it. And all the while, Charlie Kirk's kids may see this on their feeds one day. May have their friends ask them about it. Because I can tell you, everywhere you go, there's millions of people sharing this on social media, believing it fully. So what you have is somebody who potentially exploited the family of a victim of a terror attack, really, an attack on American values, to monetize their OnlyFans. It's truly sick, sick stuff, if you ask me. And it's so just symbolic of the things corroding online culture and turning our discourse into poison every single day. But other than that, they're doing amazing over on TikTok. Gosh, this is kind of a new low. I mean, not really. I'm sure they'll do something else tomorrow equally or even more horrifying. But there you have it, folks. The latest viral lie on TikTok, this time about Charlie Kirk. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and all of that.